This circular route is an ideal way to tour the city of Bath, as it takes in many of the most famous locations and buildings, including the Royal Crescent. It follows busy roads with some cycle paths, so you need to be a confident cyclist. Your journey starts on the cycle path on Cheap Street, next to Bath Abbey. The route heads across to Queen Square. The square was first developed by John Wood in 1725. He lived at number 9, with the best view onto the square, which is now the entrance to the Francis Hotel. The obelisk in the centre was erected in 1739 by B&NES in honour of Frederick, Prince of Wales. The park is popular with local residents and hosts the Bath Ball Tournament in the summer. A steep but thankfully short climb up Gay Street opens out onto 3 curved segments of Grade 1 listed townhouses, originally known as the King's Circus, but now known as the Circus. It was designed by the architect John Wood the Elder. Wood was convinced that Bath had been the centre of Druid activity in Britain, so surveyed Stonehenge and used the same dimensions of 318 feet for the circus diameter. Leave the circus via Brock Street and onto the cobbled surface of the Royal Crescent. You may like to dismount and walk the crescent, as the cobbles make for a bumpy ride. Designed by John Wood the Younger, the Royal Crescent was built between 1765 and 1767 and is just over 160 metres across. Originally made up of 30 houses, the Royal Crescent now includes a 5-star hotel and a museum at number 1, with 10 remaining as townhouses and the rest divided into flats. The whole terrace is Grade 1 listed and is one of the most impressive examples of Georgian architecture anywhere in the UK. Leave the Royal Crescent and head into Victoria Park via Marlborough Lane. Loop around the park and leave by Royal Avenue before crossing Gay Street and onto George Street with its nightclubs and bars. Turn right off George Street into Milsom Street, the start of the commercial centre of the city. New Bond Street leads towards Pulteney Bridge, but turn right past the Victoria Art Gallery with the river on your left and Bath Abbey appears on your right. Since 757 AD, 3 different churches have occupied the site of today's Abbey, which is the work of architect Sir George Gilbert Scott. The first King of England, King Edgar, was crowned on the site in 973 AD. The east window was blown out during the Bath Blitz in World War II. The restoration of the window was completed in 1955 by father and son Harry and Ron Kirk. Head round Grand Parade onto North Parade Road. On your left, you pass the home of Bath Rugby, at the Wreck as it's known locally. Pulteney Road can be busy, so do take care. Great Pulteney Street was completed in 1789 and is named after Sir William Pulteney, who commissioned it and leads onto Pulteney Bridge. Argyle Street brings you across the river and back round to North Parade Road, with the Victoria Art Gallery on the corner. The route through Bath ends outside the Abbey. If you have energy left, the Tower Tour is worth taking for the spectacular views of Bath from the Abbey roof.